ever questioned what would happen if there were no police force? This seemingly simple question carries within it a multitude of complexities and implications. It's a question that invites us to take a deeper look into the role of police in our society, their function, and their impact on our daily lives. At the heart of it, the police force is a critical component of our society's structure. They serve as the guardians of law and order, the frontline defenders against crime and chaos. Their presence alone acts as a deterrent against those who might otherwise consider breaking the law. Their role, however, extends far beyond crime prevention. They are the enforcers of our laws, ensuring that everyone, regardless of stature or status, is held accountable for their actions. This responsibility is fundamental in upholding the principles of justice and equality that our society is built upon. In addition, the police force contributes significantly to our overall safety and security. They respond to emergencies, provide aid during disasters, and offer assistance to those in distress. Their actions often go unnoticed, but their impact is felt throughout our communities. Of course, the police force is not without its challenges and controversies. Issues such as use of force, racial profiling, and corruption are serious concerns that need to be addressed. But these issues do not negate the essential role that the police play in our society. Rather, they highlight the need for continuous improvement, accountability, and transparency within the police force. They underscore the importance of building a police force that reflects the values and diversity of the communities they serve. In essence, the police force is more than just a group of individuals in uniforms. They are a vital institution that upholds the law, safeguards our communities, and maintains the balance of order and freedom in our society. Without a police force, it's clear that our society would look vastly different. Indeed, the role of police in society is indispensable, and their contribution to maintaining a peaceful and orderly society cannot be overstated. The concept of policing as we know it today didn't always exist. In fact, the road to modern policing has been a long and winding one, steeped in history and societal evolution. Let's travel back to ancient times, shall we? In those days, there was no formal police force. Communities were small and tightly knit, and the responsibility of maintaining order often fell to every member of the community. This could involve everything from preventing disputes to doling out justice. In essence, it was a system of self-policing. As civilizations grew more complex, so did the need for a more structured system of law enforcement. This led to the creation of positions such as constables and night watchmen in the Middle Ages. Their roles varied, but their primary responsibility was to maintain the peace. However, these positions were often part-time and lacked proper training and organization. It wasn't until the 19th century that the concept of a professional police force started to take shape. In the United Kingdom, Home Secretary Sir Robert Peel introduced the Metropolitan Police Act in 1829, establishing the Metropolitan Police of London. This marked the birth of the modern police force. Peel's model of policing was based on the principle of policing by consent rather than by force. It emphasized the importance of preventive policing and sought to make the police a part of the community they served. The officers, fondly referred to as bobbies or peelers, were uniformed, paid, and trained in a structured manner. This model of policing was revolutionary and gradually spread to other parts of the world. In the United States, for instance, the first publicly funded organized police force with full-time officers was established in Boston in 1838, a mere 9 years after London's. The inception of the modern police force marked a significant shift in societal order. It introduced a new way of maintaining peace and order, transforming the relationship between society and law enforcement. And while it continues to evolve, without a doubt, the birth of the modern police was a landmark moment in history. You might think that the police force has always been as it is today, but that's far from the truth. The police force has witnessed a tremendous evolution over the years. Initially in the 18th century, policing was more reactive than proactive. The primary focus was to maintain order and respond to crimes after they'd been committed. However, as societies developed and crime rates increased, the need for a more proactive approach emerged. During the 19th century, we saw the birth of modern policing. The London Metropolitan Police, established in 1829, became a model for police forces around the world. They introduced new concepts, such as preventive patrol and uniformed police officers. The aim was to deter crime rather than just respond to it. The 20th century brought about even more changes. The advent of the automobile, for instance, significantly altered police work. Patrol cars made it possible for officers to cover larger areas efficiently, and the two-way radio allowed for instant communication between officers and dispatchers. Then came the technological revolution. The late 20th and early 21st centuries saw an explosion in technological advancements that have greatly influenced policing. DNA testing, fingerprint identification, surveillance cameras, and computer databases have all become integral parts of modern law enforcement. In addition to technology, there's been an evolution in the techniques and methods used by the police. Community policing, for example, has become a popular strategy. This approach emphasizes building relationships with community members and working together to solve problems. It's a far cry from the us versus them mentality that was prevalent in the past. The role of the police has also expanded. Today's officers are expected to be social workers, mental health counselors, and community advocates, in addition to their traditional law enforcement duties. However, these advancements have not come without challenges. Issues such as racial profiling, excessive use of force, and invasion of privacy have sparked debates about the role and methods of the police. Despite these controversies, the evolution of the police force has undeniably been towards a more efficient, responsive, and community-oriented approach. The police force has continually evolved to adapt to changing times and challenges. In the present day, the police force has become a vital part of our society. This statement rings true as we delve into the current state of modern policing. The role of the police force has significantly evolved over the years, but the essence of maintaining law and order still remains. With a broad spectrum of responsibilities, today's police force is not just about catching criminals. Their roles are multifaceted, stretching beyond traditional duties. They act as community guardians, keeping an eye out for any potential threats to public safety. They serve as mediators in domestic disputes. They assist in mental health crises, and they even play a part in educating the public about safety measures and laws. Yet with great power comes great responsibility, and the modern police force is certainly not exempt from this. With the rise of digital technology, the police force has had to adapt quickly, learning to navigate the complex web of cybercrime. This has added a whole new dimension to their role, one that requires constant updating of skills and knowledge. Moreover, the police force today is under greater scrutiny than ever before. With the widespread use of smartphones and social media, their actions are constantly being watched and recorded. This has led to an increased demand for transparency and accountability, and the police force has had to adapt to this new reality. In addition, they face the challenge of maintaining a delicate balance between enforcing the law and respecting individual rights. It's a tightrope walk, one that can sometimes lead to controversy and debate. Despite these challenges, the police force continues to adapt and evolve. They are constantly training, learning, and updating their methods to better serve and protect their communities. It's a tough job, but it's one that they undertake with dedication and a sense of duty. Despite the challenges, the police force continues to play a crucial role in our society. They are the ones we turn to in times of crisis, the ones we depend on for our safety. They are the guardians of our society, and their importance cannot be overstated. What does the future hold for the police force? This question is at the forefront of many minds as we delve deeper into the 21st century. As we've journeyed through the evolution of policing, we've observed the role technology has played in shaping this vital institution. But what of the future? As we gaze into the crystal ball of tomorrow, we see a future of policing that is progressively technologically driven. Advanced technologies such as artificial intelligence, robotics, and data analytics are set to make a significant impact. Artificial intelligence, or AI, has the potential to rapidly sift through vast amounts of data, identifying patterns and trends that would take humans hours, if not days, to accomplish. This could aid in predictive policing, allowing law enforcement to anticipate and prevent crime before it happens. Robotics, on the other hand, could offer a safer alternative for dangerous situations. Robots could be deployed in high-risk scenarios, such as bomb disposal or hostage situations, reducing the risk to human life. Yet, the adoption of these technologies is not without challenges. There are ethical considerations around the use of AI and data analytics, particularly concerning privacy and bias. And while robotics could reduce risk, it also raises questions about accountability and transparency. But let's not forget, technology is just a tool. The future of policing isn't just about high-tech gadgets. It's about new methods of law enforcement that prioritize community engagement and restorative justice. Police forces of the future might work more closely with communities, adopting a proactive rather than reactive approach. The integration of mental health professionals into police forces could also become more prevalent, providing a more compassionate and effective response to situations involving mental health crises. The future of policing, therefore, isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. It's about balancing the potential of technology with the need for human connection and community. It's about embracing new methods while ensuring transparency, accountability, and respect for civil liberties. The future of policing is a fascinating and complex topic, full of potential and challenges. And as we continue to evolve, so too will our approach to law enforcement. The future of policing promises to be as dynamic and diverse as the society it serves. Understanding the role and evolution of the police force is more than just an academic exercise. Indeed, it's a task that can significantly impact how we perceive our society. As citizens, our comprehension of policing can shape our attitudes, our interactions, and our overall understanding of the world around us. As we delve into the depths of policing, we begin to recognize the complex layers that make up this cornerstone of our society. It's like peeling back the layers of an onion. Each layer reveals a new facet of the institution that may have previously been unseen. But why should we bother to understand policing? Well, the answer lies within the very fabric of our society. As members of a democratic society, we are not merely passive spectators. We have a role to play in shaping the institutions that govern us. Our understanding of policing, therefore, becomes a tool through which we can engage in informed discussions about the function and future of the police force. It's not merely about understanding how the police operate or their historical evolution. It's about understanding the underlying principles, the societal context, the legal framework, and the ethical considerations that guide their actions. It's about recognizing the challenges they face, the dilemmas they grapple with, and the decisions they must make. This knowledge can help us form well-rounded opinions about the police force. It can help us question, critique, and appreciate their role in society. It can enable us to contribute meaningfully to societal discussions about policing. We can engage in debates about police reform, accountability, or the balance between security and civil liberties. In essence, understanding policing is about empowering ourselves. It's about equipping ourselves with the knowledge to contribute to the shaping of our society. It's about not just accepting the status quo, but questioning it, challenging it, and seeking to improve it. Knowledge about policing can empower us to contribute to the ongoing discussions and debates about its role in society. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the origins of the police force to its potential future. Let's take a moment to encapsulate the key points that we've discussed. Remember how we started with the essential role of police in society. It's the police who maintain law and order, who keep the peace, who protect our rights and freedoms. They are the ones who stand between us and chaos, ensuring our lives can go on unimpeded by crime. We then delved into the origins of modern policing, which has roots in the 19th century, when Sir Robert Peel established the Metropolitan Police Force in London. The concept of a professional police force was revolutionary at the time, and it has since been adopted by countries around the world. Our journey then took us through the evolution of the police force. We saw how it has adapted and changed over time, always striving to meet the demands of a changing society. From horseback to patrol cars, from telegrams to smartphones, the police force has always been at the forefront of technological innovation. This brought us to our discussion on modern policing. We explored how today's police force is more diverse, more specialized, and more accountable than ever before. Modern policing is about more than just enforcing the law. It's also about engaging with communities, preventing crime, and solving complex social issues. We then cast our eyes to the future of policing. While we can't predict with certainty what the future holds, it's clear that the police force will continue to evolve, to adapt, and to innovate. They'll face new challenges from cybercrime to climate change, but they'll also seize new opportunities, leveraging advances in technology to better protect and serve. And finally, we discussed the importance of understanding policing. It's not enough to know that the police are there. We must also understand why they do what they do, how they operate, and what challenges they face. This understanding is crucial if we are to hold the police accountable, to ensure they serve the public interest, and to contribute to the ongoing conversation about the future of policing. Our journey today through the history, present, and future of the police force has been enlightening. It's shown us that the police are more than just law enforcers. They're an integral part of our society, whose role is continually evolving in response to our changing needs. As we look to the future, one thing is clear: the police force will continue to play a vital role in our society, and our understanding of it will remain crucial.